Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This is pop culture historian Dave Sundstrom, and today I've got an absolutely heartbreaking story to tell you about the young lady to the left of Ron Howard in the picture that you see on your screen. Let me zoom out a bit and then I'll share more. There we go. Now that we can see the entire TV Guide cover, that's much better. Anyway, this young actress's name was Cathy O'Dare. And as you might imagine, finding herself on the cover of TV Guide, well, it was a pretty darn big deal. Opening up the magazine and looking at the description of Happy Days' debut episode way back in 1974, you can see that Cathy was cast as blonde bombshell Mary Lou Milligan. From the listing, it's hard to tell whether or not Cathy was going to be a recurring character on the show or not. That said, if you couple the TV Guide cover with her stellar performance during that very first episode, you've got to think that Cathy was hopeful that she might be making future appearances on the program. Prior to Happy Days, I remember seeing Cathy on an episode of The Brady Bunch. There was something quite memorable about this young actress. So with all that said, the heartbreaking truth about Cathy O'Dare and Happy Days is that she was never asked to come back and play Mary Lou again. And even though she did return to the program one more time to play a different character during Season 3, I can only imagine how disappointing it had to be for her to come to the agonizingly slow, sudden realization that Happy Days really wasn't going to be a home for her. Cathy did, however, appear on screen with Ron Howard again, this time in the film Eat My Dust. Just looking at this picture reminds me that I need to do something on actress Christopher Norris one of these days. And why Christopher? That makes no sense. It's a guy's name, for heaven's sake. But I'm getting way off topic here, so let's get back to Cathy. So after Happy Days and Eat My Dust, Cathy has 2 more acting credits to her name. In 1977, she appeared in a TV movie called The Greatest Thing That Almost Happened. And in 1978, she appeared in the feature film Texas Detour with Patrick Wayne. And that was all she wrote, folks. Nothing more after that, nada. So what happened? Well, Cathy's brother David actually wrote a book about his sister and her struggles. It turns out that Cathy was mentally ill, having been diagnosed with schizophrenia. In the book, David attempts to shed light on the challenges that living with mental illness present, and hopefully assist others in helping their loved ones with similar struggles lead a better life. I'll post a link to David's book in the description section of this video, just in case some of you would like to check it out. For those of you who may have heard of the term but aren't really familiar with schizophrenia, it commonly involves delusions, hallucinations, very unusual behavior, and disorganized thinking and speech. It's common for people with schizophrenia to have paranoid thoughts or even hear voices. Truthfully, folks, it's hard to think of a challenge more difficult than this one, and I guess knowing what Cathy was up against, well, it's a little easier to understand why she couldn't continue to work. Perhaps some of Cathy's mental health struggles were genetic. Her father, Tony, who was a cartoonist at Walt Disney Studios and then found fame on television in the 50s as Uncle Tony, also struggled mightily with mental health issues throughout his entire life. Sadly, after decades of battling mental illness, Cathy passed away in 2010. There are conflicting stories about cause of death, so in fairness and out of respect to her family, I'm not even going to go there. However, what I will say is that it is just tremendously sad that this beautiful and talented actress had so many struggles during her lifetime. That's all I got today, folks. Stick around, though, if you'd like to watch a couple of classic television commercials from the 70s, as well as a Happy Days themed song that I wrote a few years ago about another tragic character. Thankfully, this one is fictitious. Yep, I'm talking about Chuck Cunningham.
I use the Sears catalog for odd little items like boxing gloves.
We're at a Sears store to find out why Sears is where America shops.
I think they have good sporting goods throughout.
Well, Sears gives me a real satisfied feeling.
I bought a set of water skis at Sears, and I'd had them 2 weeks, and one of them broke. And they replaced it without any charge.
Sears, where America shops. R2-D2, hurry up.
Hello, welcome to Burger Chef.
We'd like a Star Wars poster, please.
I knew it. Well, all you do is buy a large serving of Coca-Cola for 49 cents, and the poster's yours.
R2, look, it's us. R2, I think we better leave.
Collect all 4 Star Wars posters, only at Burger Chef.
Remember Chuck? Some say he went off to war without warning. He disappeared, fighting for freedom on a faraway shore. But we'll never know what happened to this jock. I guess the pain is too great, because Howard, he won't talk. Howard won't talk, and it's really such a shame. He's numb to what happened, he won't even mention his name. So Arthur moved in, and he became like family, just like an older brother for both Richie and Joni. I guess it all made sense. Perhaps Chuck had to go, 'cause you've got to break some eggs when you make a hit TV show. Howard won't talk, and it's really such a shame. He's numb to what happened, he won't even mention his name. Was it nothing more than a plot twist ever so grim? Or did the writers just get tired of him? Howard won't talk, and it's really such a shame. He's numb to what happened, he won't even mention his name. Howard won't talk, and it's really such a shame. He's numb to what happened, he won't even mention his name.
On that thumbnail, 'cause it's time to go. Dave's got the classics, let the memories flow. TV shows and movies that we all hold so dear. On his YouTube channel, he's keeping memories near. Dave Sundstrom, bringing back the good stuff, oh yeah.